Hey viewers, hope you're doing great and you're enjoying your investing journey. Maybe you're a parent or a student or a professional. So, this video will actually help you to understand something very interesting because we are going to expose something hidden, the hidden truth behind what many consider normal, that is, taking loans. So, from the moment we start earning, we are bombarded with offers, and the first offer that comes to us is a credit card. And this credit card makes us believe that it's very normal take loans and have a credit card and use it for buying whatever you like. And this credit cards, EMIs, then instant personal loans are becoming the way to live for many of the middle class people today. And we're told that it's a smart way to live. But is it really? So let's uncover what's beneath this trap and how it is does it affect or shape or jeopardize your future. So we are going to uncover the loan trap in this video. So before we move ahead, I would like to welcome you to the channel if you're coming for the first time. And if you're a regular viewer, thank you so much for being a part of our channel. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please do for watching many interesting videos. You can like and share this video also and share it with your friends, colleagues, and other people whom you feel that this video will be very beneficial, who are probably into the loan trap. My name is Akshay, and I have a decade of experience of working as a senior project manager at IIT Bombay, currently working as a program manager at IITB, as well as working as the field of career guidance to help students to discover their dream careers, also parents and professionals to have better financial planning. By planning, I don't mean just start random investing, understanding your goals, understanding what is the amount, what is the timeline that you need to reach that particular goal. What is the SIP or the investment that you need to do so that you can uncover that goal, whether you need to invest in mutual funds or gold or real estate? How do you diversify that? And I do regular seminars, webinars, as well as a one-to-one consultation to help you plan your financial journey so that you can take the next step towards financial freedom. Because financial freedom will give you a lot of flexibility in your life. Financial freedom doesn't necessarily mean that you stop working. It means you stop working for money only. You work because you like to do something and money actually starts working for you. So I want to make money working for you, and that's why I'm coming with this special video on the loan trap. So let's jump in. So why loan feels like easy money but turns into long-term chains? We borrow for dreams but end up trading peace, freedom, and growth. Think about it. Do you think it's a reality? So before we move ahead, let's meet Ramesh. So Ramesh is a 27-year-old IT professional, and he got his first job and his first credit card also in the same month. Within 2 years, he was paying 40% of his salary in EMIs for a phone, for a bike, and a trip to Bali. He thought he was living a great life, but he didn't realize is that he was actually getting trapped. How? Let's try to understand further. The debt cycle begins in this way. So EMI stands for actually equated monthly installment. But ask yourself, are you equating your dreams with debt? Example, the iPhone EMI ad shows 299 per month. Sounds doable, but you change your income for the next 24 months for a gadget that depreciates. So EMIs enjoy more instantly, but also endure monthly installments. So loan, EMI, another loan, and more EMIs. The emotional truth is you begin to fear change. You can't quit your job. You hesitate to take a sabbatical. Why? Because your EMIs need to be fed every month like a pet you never wanted. This cycle actually starts. Like the products keep happening. I give you the example of an iPhone. It could be something else, and the product keeps having adding, and we get into the habit of buying things which we may not be necessarily be able to afford. So whenever you buy, try to put it into the cart for 1 or 2 days, and then see that if you really need to buy it after 1 or 2 days. Don't make impulsive buying decisions. And also, whenever you're buying something, rather than taking it on EMI, only if it is absolutely very necessary, we should go for EMI. Otherwise, think that if you can pay off this amount before the credit card due date comes in full. Like I also use a credit card so that because it gives me advantage to pay within 45 days, but I make sure that I complete the payment on the due date, the complete payment, not the minimum amount due. The minimum amount due is a trap. If you pay the minimum amount, but don't pay the complete amount that is due to you on the due date, then what happens is that the credit card company charges you 30 to 40% annual interest, which is a very, very high interest, much, much more higher than even a personal loan. So don't make that mistake of not paying your credit card bill on time. And also this EMI also have interest percentage from 12 to 15%. when you are taking EMI or going into a no cost EMI. It sounds no cost, but it's actually not no cost. We'll understand that as we move ahead in this video. So let's try to understand the credit card syndrome. Swipe now, suffer later. We are conditioned to believe that owning things gives us value. But here's the truth: anything bought on loan is not an asset until it is fully paid off. And generally, what happens is that when we buy something and use it, then the value also depreciates. For example, a car. It's high interest, never ending minimum payments. A car loan, your car loses value the minute it leaves the showroom. 20-30% उसका value depreciate हो जाता है जैसे ही वो showroom से बाहर आता है. Phone on EMI, it's outdated before you finish paying it off. You need another one. And house loan, you pay the double value in interest over the long term period. Like, if the house rent which you're going to buy for a 1 crore house is 25,000, then the EMI that you'll be paying for the 20 years will be minimum 50,000 rupees. Where 25,000 may be the part of your principal and the 25,000 is just your paying or serving the bank. So you need to decide whether you want to work for the bank or you want to work for yourself. This is the credit card syndrome that I want you to understand very clearly. Swipe now, suffer later. High interest, never ending payments, and looks manageable, but actually becomes a monster over a period of time. So, how it starts? You take a small loan, then another, and before you know it, you are juggling EMIs. EMIs pay now, cry later, and SIPs are save now, smile later. Direct gratification, but leads to financial peace. Like if you want to buy certain things, why don't you invest for that in an SIP and make a plan? Okay, I need to buy this car. So according for that, what is the whole amount I'll need after 2 to 3 years? You could rent a car also, or you could even have a bike rather than getting into an expensive car immediately or taking it on loan. So personal loan is 11 to 16%. In car loans, gadgets, travel, all these things gradually keep stacking up, as it happened in the case of Ramesh. Now let's look at an example of Priya. So Priya, 32 years of age, had three credit cards. So to pay off one, she used another. For years, she felt she was surviving, but she was sinking slowly. So power statement क्या है? Loan is equal to future income borrowed. So it's like eating tomorrow's lunch today and going hungry tomorrow. And the power statement is that you need to understand this power statement very important. Again, I'm repeating this that future income borrowers, eating lunch tomorrow's lunch today and going hungry tomorrow. So everyone says buy a house early, it's an investment. But let's rethink that. It looks like an asset, but it behaves like a liability. Why? Because flexibility, liquidity, and 20 plus years of compounding. Your home loan of 50 lakh for 20 years at 8.5%, you actually pay back 1 plus crore to the bank. You lose flexibility, you can't relocate. There is always a threat to, if you lose your job, there is always could be a threat. You can't switch careers very easily. You lose compounding also because SIP of 30K per month for 20 years can actually give you 2 plus crores corpus. So in your 20s or 30s, rent will give you more freedom. So buying with cash in your 40s gives you more peace and also the flexibility, because what happens is that I understand that we all need a home. I'm not against taking a home. What I'm suggesting that if you want to take a home, invest from your starting from your 20s till your 40s, and then in the 40 you buy a home with cash. And also what will happen is that logistically also it is more feasible to buy a home in 40s, because during your 20s or 30s your career is not settled. Your job may be changing every 2 to 3 years or 5 years, and then you may need to shift cities. You cannot buy a house in every city, right? But you can always take it on rent, and you also get the flexibility. Even if you're in the same city, you decide to take a house today, but tomorrow you may feel that okay, my family is bigger now, or it's not working out for me. So you can always change it when the rent auction is there. But when you buy it once, you're stuck at that particular place. So let's try to understand the loan process in further details, the flexibility that you sacrifice. So credit cards reward spending, not saving. So early home loan is reduced freedom to relocate, explore, or switch jobs. And when you're tied to EMIs, your options also shrink. Offers feel like free money, but cost up to 42% in interest. So you feel richer than you are. Okay, I have so many things. But the burden compounds when you pay only the minimum due. Because I told you that when you pay the minimum due, you actually end up paying 30 to 40% interest, and it starts building. You do balance transfer from this to another, and you also start hiding your bills, delaying payments, feeling guilty. That's not freedom. If you can't pay in full, don't swipe at all. So you start hiding your bills, delaying payments, and actually internally feeling guilty. So that's not freedom. So if you can't pay in full, don't swipe at all. That is the principle. Either if you are not very sure if you need that product, leave it in the cart and then revisit after 1 or 2 days and then think whether you really need that product. It should not be impulsive buying. And also think about it that if you can pay in full before your due date. Debt kills compounding. Not all loans are evil, but they must be strategic, not impulsive. Only two good reasons to take a loan. One is health emergency, second is your higher education. These are the two reasons where you can take. So debt kills compounding. Not all loans are evil, but they must be strategic, not impulsive. It's very, very important that we understand the reason. It could be for a business. It has to be properly evaluated because debt actually kills your compounding. You're paying not only the principal amount, but you're also paying some interest. Had the same amount actually gone to the bank, it would have been had it gone for an SIP or an investment in the long term, it would have given you better returns. So compounding works best when uninterrupted. And loan actually interrupts your wealth creation. And EMIs actually completely steal from your future self. So that we need to understand. So what are the reasons when you should take a loan? First is health emergencies and higher education for your children. Even this can be planned because if you have health insurance and if you start doing early investment for your child, then this can be taken care. So health can be taken care by having a proper health insurance. I have a separate video for that where you can understand complete details about health insurance, and you should be having adequate cover depending on your age, depending on your lifestyle and your health condition, okay, and your age. Okay, and early investment, like if you start investing from when a child is born or maybe 2 3 years in the right schemes, then it can help you plan for higher education. And I've already explained, where there are some schemes by the government. They will not necessarily help you to achieve the target because the return percentage is very less compared to what you can get in the equity market, like a mutual fund, for example. Okay. So don't borrow for lifestyle, invest for life actually. Because we all want to upgrade our lifestyle at an early age when we should be actually saving for our life for the future. Yeah, we have 20% for your investment, 30% for your luxuries, and 50% for your needs. But if a lot of amount is going in luxuries, then it will actually curtail your financial freedom. So SIP basically is a systematic investment plan with a compounding power. And EMI is emotionally misguided investment, I would say. Because SIP of 10K per month for 20 years can give you 75 lakhs plus, even if at 8% return. And at 8% return, it can give you 75 lakhs plus. If I take it to 15%, it can give you in crores. And 10K per month for 20 years EMI, 24 lakhs paid for 12 lakhs loan. You're paying double to the bank. So either you work for money or your money works for you. I would suggest that you start SIP for dreams and not EMIs for liabilities. So if you want to start an SIP, you want to understand your financial goals, you can send an email to cbhakshay@gmail.com and we can interact there to help you understand how we can take it forward. So from burden to freedom, that's what I invite you to do. We deserve a stress-free, purpose-driven life. Design your financial life with clarity and say no to bad loans. Yes to mindful money moves. That's very, very important. So live light, stay free, be flexible, rent when young, own when settled. Insure for health, invest for goals. Avoid loans unless they're life changing and not lifestyle changing. So a couple postponed their home loan and instead built a SIP corpus, and 10 years later they bought their house outright. No loan, no tension. What is the action I want to give you? Want to know how to build your path to financial clarity? I would invite you to book a session. Take charge of your career and financial journey today. You can book a one-on-one clarity session and let's create your freedom together. So for this financial journey, there's a very minimal amount. You can check out the link in the description and that will help you to understand how you can book your session and take the journey to the next level. So I hope you found this video valuable to help you understand why EMIs can be a sufficient deterrent for your financial freedom journey and could be a deterrent to your living a life full of meaning, purpose, and independence. So I'm not against having things that you need or you want to enjoy, but there has to be a proper balance so that we do not run out of money or run out of energy to work and earn money when we reach a later age. In fact, if you work well right now, save good money when you're in your 20s and 30s, you could be well off buying different assets that you need at the age of 40. So that's what my lesson is for this today's video. Hope you found it helpful. And if you found it valuable, don't forget to share it with your friends, family, other parents, students who could find it valuable and be safe from this loan trap. So thank you very much for watching this video. And don't forget to press the like, share, and subscribe button. All the best for your financial freedom journey. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.